Hey, welcome. It's Muriel from the Sunshine Family with another video today, activities in Costa Rica. If you're looking for information, about to live in Costa Rica and you just wonder how does an average day look like? Well, I don't know how your average day will look like, but I can at least show you mine. I just entered my gate. You see it behind me, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna shoot a video about my average day and what activities in Costa Rica I'm doing, to giving you an impression about, how expat life can look like living in Costa Rica. So here we go. Before I'm gonna continue, I wanted to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it. You can do that by tapping the little picture you see here on the screen. It will ask you to subscribe, and you can also go to the description under my video. And if you hit the bell icon, you get even a notification every time I upload a new video, so you don't have to miss anything if you are really in search for information about Costa Rica, expat life, how to move to Costa Rica, and ins and outs about life in Costa Rica in general. I am here to serve you. I moved to Costa Rica in 2018 together with my husband and two children, and has been the biggest adventure ever. So one thing is a fact: the days in Costa Rica are super short, with daylight, so to say. In general, the sun comes up at 6, and in general the sun goes under at 6. Well, sometimes a little bit earlier, sometimes a little bit later, but this is more or less living on or around the equator. That is where Costa Rica is situated on the planet. So we wake up early, and I'm just gonna give you an impression about my day, and I'm just gonna naming all the things that I am doing. And of course, if you are retired and you do basically nothing and literally can hang in your hammock all day, your day might look a little bit different than my day. I work online a couple of hours per day. I have 2 growing up kids and I have these dogs. So yeah, just hop in my life, and I hope it gives you the information you were looking for today. Okay, so activities in Costa Rica. Well, my day starts with waking up, and then, if I want it or not, I have these 2 doggies being happy to see me or any other family member who wakes up. So our day starts with hugging time of Joey and Lucky. They're really family dogs, and they love to just be part of our pack. And so that's basically the first 10 minutes of my day. And then I always make coffee. This is where we sleep right now. This is the bus. Probably you know that we're gonna build our own house back there. Let me just walk there so you can get an impression. And back there, we're building a house for Dirk's mom. So this is our bedroom right now. It was much easier to extend the little round house that's over there, the existing house. But this is our stamping ground. Don't compare your own plans with ours. We're a bit different. Or I don't know, perhaps you think it's really cool. I think it's actually really cool, but this is just an impression about my life. This is where we will be building our own house, with the deck overlooking the river that you see down there. If I go straight, you see where I was standing, shooting a piece of my video down below next to that tree. So basically, you see the water? Right in the center of the screen. So yeah, we thought it would be a nice spot. We're nicely hidden. There in the distance you see the buses. That's our bedroom right now. And right, if you just go straight from here, there's the garage and the place where we are building Dirk's mom's house right now. So yeah, this is our goal. This is our dream, to build our dream house right here. With these epic trees around us, and look at the lights, look at the dogs in the distance. We're gonna make a pool right here. I'm so excited to make this happen, right? Look, here's the sky. We're nicely hidden in the shade here. Epic, huh? And this is gonna be the driveway. You see how the trees are planted in a row? This is a perfect driveway going to the to our little road on our property. So after coffee, on a day like this, today is Wednesday, it's time to wake up our youngest. He is 10. His name is Nick. Both of our children, we pulled them out of school. They had an expat school here, but due to COVID, there has been some changes. They're teaching online, and you know, we decided to pull them out and enroll them in an online education platform that has a lot of experience over the years. So we have to create a natural rhythm right now. Doing online schooling and have not a reason to get out of the gate, you know, requires setting a day schedule. So we wake up our youngest, our oldest is 16, like she's more independent, she has her own rhythm, and we just respect that. But after waking up our youngest, we use our dogs for that, by the way, because Joey loves to hug him. We do breakfast, and like on a morning like this, I bring him to his tutoring teacher. We hired a tutoring teacher on Mondays and Wednesdays to help him out with the things that, you know, normally an offline teacher does in school, but we only have online teachers right now, and that works out really well. And then I come home just like this, and then my day starts. I have to pick him up in 2.5 hours though, but I do some work. I do some walks with the dogs, and I do some work. So I work on average 3 hours per day. So I'm gonna use my walk with my dogs, because after that I'm feeding my dogs. I work about 3 hours per day, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes I don't even work. You know, I'm an online entrepreneur, and this is how I generate my income for 4 years straight now. So whether we lived in the Netherlands or in Costa Rica, basically our business is where we open up our laptops, which means a lot of freedom to me. By the way, if you're interested in how we do that and how that can work for you, just, you know, go ahead to the first link under my video and follow the steps there to learn how that can work for you as well. But anyway, so I'm walking now doing this video, but suppose that I'm start to work a couple of hours, you know, I write, I create some content, I post it on my social media. I do some replying to my emails and all the messages I receive daily. I reply to my replies on YouTube. Basically, I stay in contact with my audience, right? Yeah, I create content. I basically do the things that's needed to be done. I also have some coaching calls. I do in general 1 or 2 coaching calls per day. I have students. And that depends if it's 15 minutes or half an hour to an hour. So more or less I'm an hour coaching people, sometimes 2. Whoops, and there's my Joey, and there's my Lucky. Do that crazy stuff when I'm walking. I have to bend my knees to be flexible, right? Because when they bump against you, it's painful. They're just hunting each other. Well, anyways, so I am working a couple of hours. Let me sit on my water well, and then, well, it sounds like it's so much time in a day, but it flies by always. So being an expat, first place, is different than being a tourist. So if you're looking for touristic things, activities to do, of course you're gonna end up watching you know, surfing, school videos, and hiking, and zip lining, and wild parks, and all those things. But on an average day, living here in Costa Rica as an expat, you know, the day is like daily activities, especially when you have kids. So I brought away my son, I do some work, I try to be productive, I hang up the laundry. Literally, I do the dishes of the morning breakfast, which is everywhere, because, you know, you get a lot of animals, uninvited animals, when you don't clean up your stuff here in Costa Rica. Hold on. Let me show you, for example, how it looks like by going from A to B. So how does it look like when I pick up Nick? Well, this is how it looks like. with everything I do, like laundry or even when I do daily hikes like this, just on my own property to the river where I'm going towards now, often I listen to an audiobook. I read everything on my Audible, more or less 1 to 2 books per week to feed my mind. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah, I work online, but no one is guiding me. I have no boss, right? So I have to guide myself. So I feed my brain with positive, with new skills, with new, new things that I listen to every day, and that helps me to be a better person, right? To be a better version of myself each and every day, so that way I can serve others better. That's just part of what I do. So I work a lot on my personal development and myself on average per day. And then after hikes like this, and after working a couple of hours online and spending time with my family, my dogs, etc., it's time. And also now you have seen how it can look like and how long it can take to go from A to B. The roads are bad, but those are the enjoyable things of my expat day on average. To be on the quad, now to walk to the river, I have to, this is so the borderline of my property to between the other property here. Just going to town to get groceries and stuff, to run errands. Let me walk like this. Can take there's no such a thing as be 30 minutes away from home and be back. It's like, oh, I have to run some errands. Well, it takes me at least 2 to 3 hours. So guess what? How fast the day passes now, because in general I go around noon to Costa to run errands, and I will be back around, let's say 3, right? And then it's almost time to prepare dinner because it's super early dark. Or we do some little construction work because we do some little construction work, so I'm at the river. We do another hike. Sometimes we meet friends. But why do we prepare dinner so early? Well, because we go to kickbox class 3 times per week, right? And if we don't train ourselves, we have to bring Nick for his kickbox class. So Nick kickboxes from 4 to 5, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we kickbox on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and every other week at Saturday from 6 to 8, right? So we have to prepare dinner on daytime. And basically that's for our physical health. And can you imagine how fast the day passes? So once per week or twice per week we meet up with friends, or we go to them, or they come to us to have dinner together. It's a weird time right now with the COVID, like the borders are still closed. The local expats here really, hanging out together to also honor the quarantine. But yeah, we meet up with other parents of Nick's friends, for example, every other week. And I have some of my own friends. We buy something to drink and we sit close to the beach, in the grass, overlooking the sunset. All those things are basically part of daily life. Now look at this epic place, right? If you're looking for information about activities in Costa Rica, yes, you can look at the highlighted touristic stuff. But if you're on my channel because you're looking for information, how does expat life look like in Costa Rica? My days, you might think it's super boring, right? But this is the things, look where I am. This is the things that make my heart sing. I'm standing in the freaking jungle and it's next to my house. This is my house. This river is officially not mine because you cannot own rivers in Costa Rica, but I own that part of the property and the river is on it, right? So beautiful. I see monkeys every day here. And after coming home from going to Cobano, I enjoy, sitting down, drink something and look around me and conclude how happy I am, right? So, yeah, now with the borders closed and with the restrictions, the beaches are not open all day long. In general, I went a lot to the beach around sunset, like do hikes with the dogs. Right now we have to we can only be close to the beach, or we have to break laws and we don't want that. But like the beach is my happy place. So on daily life, when everything is in normal rhythm and the beaches would be open, I would be at least be there once per day. And in the morning that never works out for me because of yeah, just I don't know, our family school rhythm now with online schooling, because I am intensively coaching our youngest right now. So it's not that he's leaving for school at 7:30 as usual and comes home at 3:30. No, we just have to guide him. But normally I go a lot to the beach in the afternoon with or without the kids, but we always bring our dogs. And that is basically activities for Costa Rica in my life. It's going from A to B, it's getting groceries, it's enjoying nature, it's just doing the daily things, doing laundry, making dinner, and enjoying having the view to be here. Just making dinner with the sounds of the howler monkeys. That is so special, right? I was born and raised in the Netherlands and I saw monkeys in the zoo. And that's one of the reasons why we came here. Well, I always wanted to have dogs, but in the Netherlands, living as a social worker for years and years before I quit it to go online, I wanted a dog, but there was no way because my dog will be home alone all day. And here, having dogs is just part of the family, right? It's just part of life. One, it's super cozy, and two, it's nice when your dog barks when something is wrong, or when there's a snake on your property, or someone who doesn't belong there. Right? So yeah, I hope to inspire you. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about how your life might be looking like in Costa Rica. It is a wonderful place to be. I never regret one single second that I moved here, especially now in quarantine time, in COVID time. I enjoy it for the fullest, but it might also be because we have an independent online entrepreneur business, right? And that sets the mind free anyways. I don't have to leave my gate to generate an income, but I leave that totally up to you. There's lots of people who have retirement and you know, who's just looking for a good reason to move to Costa Rica to get an impression about how it may look like. Well, this is how my life looked like, and I think this is priceless. This is priceless. This life. There's no one here, by the way. This is like private property. How cool is this? Welcome in my jungle life. Hey, big hugs. Mwah. Message me, I'm looking forward to connecting with you. You'll also find my messenger link in the description under my video. I wrote a book and stuff. Just go ahead and see if there's something of value there in the description. And I see you on my next video. Ciao from Costa Rica. Holy cow, and while walking back to the house, I lost my slipper because it was stuck in the mud. I wanted to get it, but look what's walking there. So look, I'm standing in the water, obviously, right here, right? With my one flip-flop on. And I wanted to go to my other flip-flop, but there is a whole colony of ants, thousands and thousands of ants between the water and my flip-flop. Holy cow, how do these animals do that? They're super close to the water, you see? And they are with so many. The dogs just don't bother, right? They just, I don't know if they bite. I actually don't know what type of ants these are. But as you can see, they're with many. And I have many flip-flops. So I think I'm going to be hiking back to my house, which is not risk-free either because there is thorns. I got it! I got it! You know what happened? I checked. And it seemed to be like a colony that is just passing by. So the colony of ants is getting less. Obviously they're going somewhere and they're not coming to me, nor my house. I do know it's time to go home and make some coffee again and, you know, put this video together and post it on YouTube. Bye!